How are you managing the high cost of living, and are you maximizing your space to manage the costs? Welcome to Just World YouTube channel, where we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and community service. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video, and if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. In today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour of my mom's backyard garden as we discuss a few things that we can do to try and manage and help us control the high cost of living. First tip would be growing your own vegetables. If you have a backyard, you can plant there. And even if you don't have a backyard, you can always use your balcony. Something I practiced before about the garden is that if you live in a place where you cannot get good soil, you can get soil from the village. And as you can see from the video here, from the ground you can see some particles of manure. So you can get, like when I was planting, I got some manure mixed with soil and I carried them in a sack. So you can even plant in a sack even if you don't have those decorative containers. The second tip is not wasting your leftovers. If you are throwing them away, I think it's a good time you maximize on them. You can have a specific day that you don't cook and you eat what is remaining in the fridge. Of course, the next tip is what I practiced. If you visit the farm or you visit somewhere you can get these vegetables, carry them in bulk and stock them. I will be sharing a video on how I store my vegetables, maybe at the end of this video or in another video. The next tip is taking better care of your stuff. If you're spending more on something and you can be able to save, you can always make a saving. The next tip is if you have a big space on your backyard and you don't have a big family, you can grow more of the vegetables and you get to sell to your neighbors. Next tip is you can also become a gardener if farming is your passion and you make money from that. I think I've seen a page called Organic Kitchen and they do the backyard garden or the balcony garden and they're making a living out of it. The next tip is eating more at home and reducing the dine outs. If the cost is high, you can do more of home cooking than going out as often as maybe you were doing before the cost of living went up. Growing your own vegetables is actually healthy because you get to know the source of your vegetables, and this fear of, especially in Kenya, some places people say they get their vegetables from the sewage, so you're certain that you have clean food. The next tip would be now considering differentiating between needs and wants. A need is something that you need to survive, while a want is something that you desire but you can live without. The next tip is evaluating your grocery spending. If there are some items you can do without, perhaps you can reduce them to accommodate the high cost of living with a limited budget. The next tip is carrying packed lunch to work and school. If everyone in the family carries packed lunch, the cost of meals will go down maybe by half. You can decide to carry your package. For instance, I carry my own food for the day. When I'm packing my stuff in the morning, I carry breakfast, fruits, and lunch. The next tip is saving on your electricity. If you can be able to ensure that whatever you're not using is switched off, if it is the TV, if it is the lights, ensure they're put off. Okay, some of them may not be that expensive and may not really have a huge impact on your budget, but it can save a shilling. The other tip is you always get loyalty points at different shopping malls and supermarkets. Maybe this could be an ideal time to utilize the cashback and boost your tight budget. The next tip is you can go on a financial diet. If you have been desiring to lose weight and get into a diet, this could be an ideal time. You can decide to be skipping one meal a day, and maybe it can make an impact on your budget, and also it will now have an impact on your health. Thank you so much for watching this far. As we continue, if you have not subscribed, it is free of charge. Kindly subscribe, the red button down below, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our weekly videos. There's also a blue join button. If you would like to support the channel, kindly hit the blue join button and join the membership of the channel. So I will highlight on the items I got from the garden on this day. It was a Sunday evening. We were just getting ready to get back, and we decided to get a few things from the farm. So we got kales, that is sukuma wiki. We got spinach, as you can see us harvesting them. Then we got amaranth, that is terere or mchicha. We also got cabbages and also got pumpkin leaves. They have a very difficult English name. I'm going to write it down there. The pumpkin leaves, we use them for mashing mukimo. If you would like to have a recipe of the mukimo, kindly comment down below, and we are going to share it on Just Cuisine Kitchen channel. I hope you have subscribed to that channel and the notification bell is on, so that you're also notified when we post a new video. And lastly, we got some spring onions. I will also share on how I store all the items that I carried from my mom's garden, maybe at the end of this video or in another video. I should also ask here, how do you store your vegetables, or do you just buy what you're going to consume for the day? The other question I have is, have you ever thought of becoming a vegetarian? At this point, we got to the coriander section, but they were too young, so we felt it was not good to uproot them before they are mature, so we could not carry them. Then we went to harvest the terere, mchicha. I don't know, how do you guys get it from the farm? If you're getting it from the farm, these things at the top, are they supposed to be there? And do you cut the way I'm cutting, as in you cut including the bigger part, or do you just remove the leaves? How do you get them from the farm? Because from the market they are always the full part, so I don't know, or there's no procedure, you just harvest the way you want. Comment down below, maybe we might understand why it's done like that, because I was wondering whether these leaves, these things that are on top there should be there, or is it the reason that they are cut, not just the leaves but the whole portion? Please comment down below. So as we continue, I'd like to share a few tips and tricks for growing your vegetables, even if it is just on your backyard or your balcony. So you can plant high yield vegetables, or perhaps all year round. You can see like kales, you can water them and they will be able to take you for long. Then use quality soil. Like I said before, you can carry soil from a fertile place. Like in my village, this soil takes water, keeps water for quite some time. So whenever I want to plant for my kitchen garden, I always prefer to use this particular soil. The next thing is plant the right crops for your region. Like we said, there's no particular crop for maybe your balcony. Maybe for your case, you'll be guided by the kind of soil that you will have brought, depending on what grows where you get the soil. Then ensure there is proper watering of the vegetable garden. If there is one thing that I have failed in is the watering of my plants, so they died. I am thinking of starting my garden again. But if you're motivated, maybe if someone knows of a way you can improve on your watering, kindly comment down below. Then as you plant your vegetables, ensure they get enough sun. And also improve the taste of your vegetables. That one I don't know how you can improve it, but well, if you're a farmer or you have experience in farming, kindly comment down below. I would love to know for the sake of my backyard garden. The other tip is when you're planting, give your plants room to grow. Don't squeeze them all together, otherwise they're not going to do well. The other thing is you should always keep the weeds out. Regularly check to ensure that the weeds are removed. And the other tip is when you're planting, just confirm whether you need to plant the plant or you need to plant the seeds. Remember one time there was a discussion as to whether for coriander, yani dania, you need to plant the leaves or you plant the seeds. If you plant the leaves, I think they grow flowers or something, so you're supposed to plant the seeds. So you should be very clear as to what you will be planting. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly let us know in the comment section how you are managing the high cost of living and how you manage your grocery expenses, or how you are managing your garden if you already have one. Remember, there's no limit. You can use your backyard or your balcony.